Okay, hello everybody, we were back with Glaceon. So I wanted to talk about something, and it's about our upcoming holiday in July, and that is July 4th. Now I do believe that Google says that Glaceon is coming sooner than later, and July 4th is a holiday. Also, I don't really know what kind of moves Glaceon might actually, learn, but I do know that it might learn some moves that I can learn by level up, obviously. Now, I don't know if it's going to be overused moves or underrated moves that Glaceon has that I can learn by level up. Now, of course, there was this icon that El Chico Eevee leaked, but actually, I don't think it was leaked by El Chico Eevee at first. Again, it's not really official, I guess. So what we mean is that we don't really know if it's actually real because of course this is leaking, and also it's because again, of course, there are other leakers out there on YouTube and on other apps, so I don't know actually when this is going to be uploaded that much because it's all up to YouTube. So I don't know if this information that I'm saying is actually old. What I mean by old is a few days old or just brand new. Now, of course, I'm making my own theories and getting some ideas from some information about Glaceon from other YouTubers or a leaker. I just want to say, just today I just checked out El Chico Eevee, and of course, I hope some of you guys should know about the Pokemon public beta test. And this is also a place that we can find out some new information, and it is going to be a thing on June 30th, which is not too far away. And this means we might get to learn some new information about Glaceon and maybe some other upcoming Pokemon in the future. And El Chico Eevee does say that there were files that found 2 new Pokemon, and those were Glaceon being an attacker, Boswell being an all-rounder. Also, of course, most of this credit goes to El Chico Eevee and some of them to Super Teats. And I believe that Eevee will have the ability Runaway. Says, when the Pokemon would be affected by a hindrance, the hindrance is negated, and the Pokemon becomes invincible for a short time. This ability goes on cooldown after it's triggered. And Glaceon's ability would be Snow Cloak, and here's what it reads. When the Pokemon will be affected by a hindrance, the hindrance is negated. When the Pokemon starts sneaking and becomes invincible for a short time, this ability goes on cooldown after it's triggered. El Chico Eevee says about Glaceon's basic attack. Becomes a boosted attack every X attacks, dealing increased damage and giving the user 1 ice crystals when the boosted attack hits. Swift is not that much different either. And yes, I just got updated with Glaceon's moves. One of its moves will be Icicle Spear. It reads, has the user launch all of its stored ice crystals in rapid succession at the designated opposing Pokemon. If the user has no ice crystals when this move is used, 1 ice crystals are instantly created, and that is those are launched. The crystals shatter when they hit the designated Pokemon, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect. Launching ice crystals can hit Pokemon on the opposing team that are not designated target of this move. If this occurs, the ice crystals will shatter on impact and deal damage in an area of effect in the same way. Ice crystals launched by this move deal increasing damage each time they hit the same opposing Pokemon. After this move is used, the cooldown of Ice Shard or Freezy Dry is reduced. Of course, there is an upgrade, but I'm not going to read that. There is also Icy Wind. It reads, has the user move move a short distance in the designated direction, and its next basic attack launches all of its stored ice crystals at an opposing Pokemon, dealing damage to it. The user then regains the same number of ice crystals that it launched. If the user hits the same opposing Pokemon with one or more ice crystals, that Pokemon's movement speed is decreased for a short time. The more ice crystals that hit the Pokemon, the stronger the movement. This movement speed decrease effect. If the user has no ice crystals when this move is used, the user gains 0 ice crystals. And for Eevee's second move, it has Tail Whip. It reads, has the user wag its tail at an opposing Pokemon, dealing damage and increasing that Pokemon's defense and special defense and movement speed for a short time. The user's next basic attack after using this becomes a boosted attack. Glaceon's other attacking move is Ice Shard. It reads, increases the user's movement speed for a short time. Afterward, the user's basic attack speed increases for a short time, and its basic attack change into attacks that hurl chunks of ice. These chunks of ice deal damage to opposing Pokemon they hit and decrease their movement speed for a short time. Each time a chunk of ice hits, the user gains X ice crystals. The user gains X ice crystals if this move is used while launching ice crystals with Icicle Spear, or if it's used after Icy One has been used, but before the user has launched all of its ice crystals with its next basic attack. There is another upgrade, but you can check out these upgrades on El Chico Eevee's channel. But there's Freeze Dry. Increases the user's special attack for a short time and has the user shoot out a freezing burst of air in a forward direction. The burst of air explodes upon hitting an opposing Pokemon, or after traveling a set distance, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect. For each opposing Pokemon hit by the explosion, the user gains X ice crystals. The explosion also leaves behind an ice zone. Opposing Pokemon that enter the ice zone will have their movement speed decreased. If they remain in the ice zone for a set amount of time, they become frozen for a short time. Now to me, Freeze Dry does kind of sound like Delphox's Mystical Fire. Now finally, here's Glaceon's Unite move, Glacial Stage. It reads, has the user leap up high, creating an ice zone in front of it that deals damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect. While the user is in the ice zone, its movement speed is increased and it gains X ice crystals. Whenever a set amount of the time passes, the movement speed of opposing Pokemon in the ice zone is decreased. I also got a picture of Glaceon's Unite move. All credits to El Chico Eevee, or if it was not originally made by El Chico Eevee, aka posted by El Chico Eevee, then credits to anybody who made it. The rest of the video that El Chico Eevee made about Glaceon and Buzzwole is just Buzzwole. So you can check out the Buzzwole part if you want to, because I'm not explaining anything about that. But my thoughts on Glaceon and the leaks that El Chico Eevee had is, well, what I think of it is that the leaks might actually become true, and the release date that I did give about July 4th might be true because it is a holiday, but that doesn't really mean anything because Pokemon Unite can add a Pokemon at any time it wants to, but in a way it does take time for Pokemon Unite to add it. But think about Delphox's release date and tell me what you think about this video. I might upload more about Glaceon and Pokemon Unite.